Why is physical intimacy so important for a man? Today we want to talk about that.
Before we answer that question, I actually want to read a paragraph from this book, Mars and Venus in the Bedroom. And it's the author, John Gray. He wrote the book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. So I'm going to read a paragraph. So he says this: for thousands of years, men adapted to their primary job as protector and provider by shutting down their sensitivities, emotions, and feelings. Getting the job done was more important than taking the time to explore feelings. More feeling or sensitivity would just hold them back or get in the way. To go out into the wild or into battle, men needed to put their feelings aside. To provide for and protect their families, men were required to risk their lives while enduring the discomforts of scorching sun and freezing cold. Men gradually adapted to this requirement by becoming desensitized. To cope with pain, men learned to turn off their feelings. When they stopped feeling pain, however, they also lost their ability to feel pleasure and love.
So this can happen with men or women. Most often what we see in counseling is that men struggle with opening up and sharing their feelings. And it's so true that the buffer to intimacy is secrets. And oftentimes guys, hold these things or just aren't able to talk about stuff because they don't want to share their emotions. They don't want to share how they're feeling. And they don't know how to share a lot of times. They don't know what they're feeling. I remember questioning a man and saying, well, what emotion are you feeling right now? And he was being emotional, and he couldn't lock it down.
Yeah.
He couldn't explain the emotion that he was feeling or where it was coming from. And I was just like kind of in awe but I see this now very often with men. They can't locate their feelings. The thing is, the problem when we stuff our emotions, let's say if we stuff or suppress our negative emotions, it also suppresses our positive emotions, and love ultimately dies.
Yeah. So, you might think, okay, I'm gonna bring the stress levels down in the house by only focusing on the positive things, but just disregarding or stuffing the negative things. I don't want to, and I just had this happen with a couple this week. I don't want to burden my wife by sharing all the stuff that's been going on throughout my work day. She already feels burdened enough by what's going on with her work day or the kids, all of the above. And so I'm not going to talk about this negative stuff. And so what happens though is while you're suppressing that negative feeling, you're also suppressing your ability to feel it all, the positive feelings as well. So how does this relate to our question that we asked at the beginning, which is, why is physical intimacy so important for the man? Well, over time and then throughout history, because he learned to suppress his feelings so much, and
which was necessary in war, right? You're going to go and die, and of course you can't be scared. You have to have courage. You're ready to die for your wife. It was something of honor, right, to suppress that.
And so the man has learned over time to feel when he's engaging in physical intimacy. And so that's kind of his opportunity to feel and to express and to connect. So for a woman, she often needs to have everything feeling wonderful before she can engage in physical intimacy. All the feelings need to be expressed, and it's very important that she's already feeling connected before she can engage in physical intimacy. But for a man, he often needs physical intimacy to feel emotionally connected.
Right, and this is why you'd have arguments sometimes over, well, can't we just hug and you feel that feeling? No, men are kind of blunted. A hug is just a hug, and at the place where they actually feel that, the ability to feel, really,
the emotional connection.
The emotional connection is through physical intimacy.
Yeah. So hopefully that answers your question. And our suggestions for you is, first of all, to raise that awareness of the difference between a man and a woman's needs, but also to engage each other's feelings both in the bedroom and outside of the bedroom, because that's ultimately what's going to help both of you be able to become emotionally connected.
Right. And if there are big, like we say, tumors in the relationship that need to be worked out, of course this is going to hinder all intimacy, really. And if you are kind of in that position, we would love to help you. We'd love to give you some tools to work through forgiveness. Whatever your particular situation calls for, we have lots of tools for that. So feel free to reach out, for information if you'd like.
Yeah.
And if it's right for you, we'd love to assist you. So.
And if you want more about what we talked about today from this book, go to our website. The link is in our bio, and you can click on resources, and then you can click on the book. It'll give you a quick summary, and it'll take you to Amazon to buy it. And if you're already planning on grabbing it on Amazon anyway, use our Amazon link if you want to support what we do.
God bless you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.